What's up, Gear Mortals? Trey Xavier here, and we are on the Axes and Anchors cruise with the one and only Ron Bumblefoot Thal. How are you doing, man?
Good, man. Great to be chatting with you. Hello, everybody.
So, are you having a good time so far?
I am. I'm having a great time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You are a very busy man. Very busy man. Is this? I mean, I'm basically having a vacation right now. I don't know what it must be like for you, though. I mean,
It's
you're doing a lot of stuff while you're here.
I call it a playcation. It's where you go somewhere and that you want to be, but you're also playing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I try to have a lot of playcations now.
Yeah. So you're doing some performances with Randy Rhoads Remembered, as well as some clinics. How those going?
It's been good. Yeah, we're gonna do another one tonight. Let me see. What did I do since being on this boat? We did the Randy Rhoads thing. I did a workshop.
Mm-hmm.
There was an air guitar contest.
Oh yeah.
And judged that. That was cool. That was fun. It was good. It was good.
How do you judge an air guitar? What were did they give you specific criteria to judge on, or was it just
three elements that you want to look for? One is, accuracy. One is just a certain it factor, just something about them. It's hard to say what it is, but they just have it. Just something in what they do. The technical ability, the accuracy, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stage presence, I imagine. Yeah.
So it was good.
So what I heard is that you are working on or have completed work on a soundtrack for a horror movie.
Oh, yeah, I've done that too. Yeah, yes.
How did that come to be? What's it going to be like?
I've done a bunch of TV and video games and some indie film stuff. So it's called Clean Cut is the name of the movie. It actually gave me a scene in there.
No.
Yeah, I got killed.
That's awesome. Now that I can't wait to see.
Yeah, and you discuss with the guys making the film about direction, vibe, then the specific scenes that you want to have music for. And then for me, I would tell them what I'm thinking as far as like trying to come up with a definite theme that's significant specifically for that one movie. Something the same way, The Exorcist or Halloween or any of those movies have that little melody thing that is just from that. So finding something like that, yeah.
And then, so did you, is it mostly like guitar-based stuff, or are you like making orchestral arrangements or or VSTs or that kind of thing? Or
a lot of both. For certain scenes, depending on the emotion that's happening, if it's suspense and danger and things like that, and building that up, and then watching and trying to get down to the exact frame of something where you can accentuate with a certain things like that, and just take what you're seeing visually and trying to make a sonic version of it that complements and coincides.
So they gave you pretty much free reign as a composer to make or not free reign, but like
but
you said,
pretty much, yeah.
But they're trusting your sense of aesthetics to whatever instruments fit that to go for it.
Yeah.
So it's not just guitar time.
Oh no. It's everything. It's orchestral and synth and everything that you hear in a movie. The bombastic drums and the just all the intensity, everything that you need to have. But guitar too.
When is that coming out?
At some point this year. I'm not sure when. I don't know. But
that's all right. Sometime this year.
Sometime this year it'll be
cut.
out. Yeah. So
All
there's that. There's I'm finishing up production on an album. Been playing guitar on it too. It's a rap metal album with Daryl McDaniels, also known as DMC,
Hell yeah.
and Rob Dukes and Rob Machete. Rob Dukes was the singer of Exodus and bassist Machete. He was in Propane, a bunch of bands, and so they got a metal band called Generation Kill, and they've been working on this thing. We've been working together for over a year, And we're in the home stretch now, finishing that up, and it's coming out great.
You know,
Very
that
unique.
I'm also very excited about, and the reason is so like when the whole like rap rock thing started with like Run DMC, Aerosmith, Anthrax, and Public Enemy, I thought that stuff was amazing, and I don't think I'm old enough to remember when it actually came out, but like I remember hearing it and being like, oh my god, and then I was really into Rage Against the Machine, but I felt like in general there was not enough like good crossovers. There was a lot of like kind of weak, like whatever, tepid metal and like kind of half-ass rap. But to hear the lineup of that, like good metal guys
Dude, this
and
stuff,
awesome rap,
this stuff
combined.
is intense, and it's not just that,
sounds
but
awesome.
Jason Velez, one of the guitar players, he's actually done a lot of horror movie music and things like that. And there are these moments in the songs that just go so deep and so unusual. It's almost like picture the Pink Floyd version of rap metal at times. I mean, they really go to some
Oh my gosh.
from some places where it's like, what were you guys? How'd you come up with that?
Man, I'm a pretty like jaded music listener at this point, I think. But like you just described
moments.
something I wouldn't have considered would be so amazing to me, but that sounds like
It
I'll eat it up.
I mean, some of the songs, they get real heavy. And I don't mean heavy like aggressive metal heavy. I mean, they just like dig deep into some serious places. Like this one song called Fragile Mortals that, I mean, I can't even tell you how much goes into this song. I don't even know where to begin. It would be a whole 1 hour video just talking about what goes into this song. I mean, everything from Rob Machete's brother passed away, and right before he passed away, they brought a bunch of drums into the hospital and recorded them, and he played them. And just like the intro on certain parts of the song. And I mean, and just the ups and downs of this song, and you just got to hear it. You get
Yeah. Oh, I definitely
it's
will.
amazing stuff, and yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
So let's switch gears a little bit. So obviously you've been playing Vigier for a long time.
Yes.
You've got your signature double neck deal that's pretty well documented. I mean, I've played it a couple times at NAMM. You know, it's a piece of art. What else are you using in terms of gear now? Like, I know you played a lot of Line 6 stuff in the past for amps, if that sounds right to you. And what are you using for amps and pedals and all that kind of stuff right now on the road and in the studio?
Since about 2009, I've been using the Engel Invader 100-watt head. Has been the main one, and usually run that into a 412 Marshall cabinet, Celestions, TC Electronic stuff. I use the Nova system.
Oh yeah.
Had that going through the loop, and I've been using the Exotic wah with all the parameters that you can adjust everything. Great wah pedal.
They make great stuff.
Yeah, their EP booster is just magic.
Yeah.
With just the subtlety, but the big difference that it makes in the tone.
Yeah.
But yeah, TC, a lot of the little mini pedals that they've come out with, great stuff. The whole Tone Print series.
Yes,
Phenomenal.
I have a couple of those.
Things.
I mean, so I have the little delay one, the mini delay, and like you can
Get the flashback.
Yeah, the flashback, and it can sound just as good as any of the bigger ones.
Oh yeah.
You know, and you can download the same tone prints, like literally from like Artist X to your pedal, like instantly from the internet, and it sounds amazing. I did a whole shootout of mini delay pedals. And I was like, a lot of them are really great, but nothing is even remotely on this level. Like, it was far and away my favorite one, because it can be any kind of delay pedal you want it to be, because it's digital, you know.
Yeah, the TC stuff is above and beyond. It is. It's
Those guys
Good
are
stuff.
geniuses.
How did I come up with that shit?
I don't know, man. Cool. What else?
So yeah. Besides that, Diodario NYXL strings, 12 to 56 on the fretless and 9 to 46 on the fretted. Been using their Planet Waves little micro headstock tuner. Keep that on there. Although the TC Poly tuner, the mini one that they have is also, it's great.
Yeah.
What else? That's pretty much it, I think.
Anything like weird or exotic or new you used on the like the soundtrack works you're doing or anything like that? Anything like I imagine you have to try some crazier stuff in the studio
Sometimes.
or
but
plugins maybe.
Oh, there's a million plugs, but most of the time with plugs, I'm using them more to just shape sounds, not for weird stuff, but just for enhancing, like, whether it's some kind of Steinberg multiband envelope shaper or something like that to really get the most out of that waveform.
Yeah.
As well as the multiband compressors. I'm big on those too. You really turn the sounds into something great with those.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like I recently, like I don't really mix anymore because I have somebody else. My roommate does it all basically, and he's like way into it. And I hit a point where I was like, I don't think that I could ever spend enough or have enough money to spend on plugins, and he's just always buying them. But like recently, the multiband compressor thing, like on bass, it it saved it because like.
It turns
the
mud
top
into
end,
that bubbly, beautiful thing.
Yeah, and especially like when you hit a bass really hard and you get that nice slap, like a little bit of like the smack against the strings. It's not consistent enough. And then I was like, put a multi-band compressor on the top end so that I don't sound like a moron, like I've never touched a bass before. And he just like compressed just that spanky high end thing, and all of a sudden it was like nice and consistent. It saved the whole thing. It made such a difference.
Yeah, it's one of the most underutilized but most valuable of plugins.
Yeah.
Multi-band compression, absolutely, on drums, shaping the sound of toms, on bass, and also on vocals. I mean, if you want to get that beautiful sheen throughout the vocals where it just has that breath on top no matter what's happening without getting these bursts of sibilance where it's almost like you can use it to create a de-esser but also enhance and lift at the same time, and fantastic on vocals.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good segue right into talking about your most recent album, Little Brother Is Watching. Tell us just a quick overview about making it and anything you did differently maybe this time, I think.
What did I do? God, what did I do different? I had a couple of the songs already written that I was just sort of holding off to see where their home would be. Whether it would be with me or anyone else I was playing with, or but it was around the end of 2013 that I was like, all right, I need to get back on the horse. Years are passing by, and I need to get back to why I became a musician and what matters to me. So yeah, I just started working on it while on tour. It was the first time that I wrote an album while I was touring, which I could never do that, because for me, when you're on tour, you're there for everyone else, and your time belongs to everyone else, and that's why you're there, and that's cool. You're supposed to be. So I would spend a lot of time with fans. I would spend just all my time for other people. And when you're making an album, though, you need your own time, and you need to sort of open yourself up and explore your guts. And it's hard to do that while being there for other people. The two sort of go against each other. It felt like I spent the whole time with one foot slammed on the gas and one foot slammed on the brake at the same time, but did it, got it written, and pretty much got half the album done while touring with Guns through South America, and then started laying the foundation tracks to everything. Hit the road again, actually, with Yngwie. We did 5 weeks doing the Guitar Gods tour.
Oh, I saw that tour.
Yeah.
Which
one?
It was in Santa Ana or Anaheim at at the observatory.
Yep.
Yeah, oh man.
It was that July 2nd of 2014.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
14? Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Is that long
and you
ago
came
already? Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe for some reason I thought it was last year. Crazy.
I know
It
the
was
time
yeah,
flies.
man. That was great. You came out and were jamming in the middle of the room. You just walked at the last song you walked out shredding like playing perfectly tastefully like with these people yelling at you. Like there was a guy there, I don't know if you remember this. There was a guy like freaking out, absolutely freaking out. He was like, "Bumblefoot, man, yes, thank you so much, Bumblefoot, thank you for joining Guns N' Roses and bringing it back. Thank you, man. I fucking love you." I was like, "Could you shut up? The man's trying to fucking play."
Oh, that was cool. That's why you go out
He was
there.
freaking out, man. It was very distracting to me, but I was like,
it's all
I was like,
good.
you
You know
were
what?
you're
That's
such
a
a
good
mensch
thing.
for like coming out and like you're very brave to go out in the middle of the crowd and play. Like I don't know how you
Well, I
could
appreciate
play
them all being there. It's
effectively.
cool.
It's not so much like just that you're nice about it, but
Nah,
like
you play with
I
one
was
hand.
like, oh,
and
you're
you,
gonna
you
suck.
take selfies with the other one.
Yeah, exactly. It was
But that's good. That's what
I've
I
never
like.
seen
I
I've never
like-
seen that at a concert before.
I
That's
like
the
the-
point.
Well,
And great.
Good. Then I'm gonna have to do it again next time.
Yeah, you should do it every time. That's what I would do. I want to see you do it again.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
Good.
cool.
Well, I'm
Sorry.
glad you enjoyed it.
Total sidebar. Right. So
So,
you were saying,
yeah.
you wrote it
So on that
on tour
tour,
with Yngwie and
And I finished the rest of the album, finished writing it on that tour, and then spent the rest of the year just really focusing on getting it done, and just banged everything out. One of the things I also did different for that album is before the album was done, when it was just kind of in rough mix kind of mode and just doing a couple of extra whatever it's gonna be, the final little bits of icing on it.
Yeah.
I went and booked out a venue in New York and invited 100 people to come and listen to the album song by song, and I'll play the song and we would talk about it a little bit, and then I would show them parts to sing and recorded them. So I had everyone at this listening party all doing backing vocals for the album. So they were all on the album, and in the album credits it says, drummer, then backing vocals, and it has like 100 names, and then me, other stuff, and yeah. So they're all on there,
That's
and
fantastic.
it's good because I like when stuff is all include. Everyone's involved. It's not me playing for you. It's us doing this together. All
Mhm.
so like going into the audience.
Yeah.
Everyone together is part of it. I don't like the separation. I like
It
it
made
when
it
we're all together.
It made it feel like that, It made it feel
Good.
like suddenly we're part of the show or part of
Yeah.
the collaborative effort of
Yes.
having a good time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Awesome.
good, yeah. So did the same thing with the album, and so they're all singing on the album. All the sing-along parts, whatever it is, they're on there doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds like so much fun. That's
was
got to be the most
cool.
fun way to make a make a record.
it was cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. So I don't even know where to go from there. Yeah. So you're I guess it's probably too early for me to ask about plans for a follow up, but I'm gonna ask anyways. What do you got in the works for that? Probably not even thinking about it yet, huh?
I've thought about it. I was thinking about doing an album where every song I collaborate with someone else, and
Yeah.
just do, a dozen songs like that. That's a thought. Doing another instrumental crazy guitar album is a thought.
All right, I'll do a guest solo. Fine.
Yes,
You've
please.
no. Sorry, keep going.
So, Art of Anarchy, when I get back from
Yeah.
this, we're going to hit the studio for 5 weeks and finish up the next record with that.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, I'm hoping that this first half of the year I could sort of just make music, and second half of the year get out and play it. Hopefully.
Great.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're like I started the interview off. I said you're a very busy man, and you have not convinced me otherwise. and it sounds like you're the kind of busy that I want to be.
Well, good.
So that's you're busy in all the right ways.
Just know what to say no to. It leaves the door open for the right things to come through. Yeah. Don't say yes to everything.
That's fantastic wisdom, and I think that's a great place for us to stop. So,
All right, cool.
hey, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
This was
you.
really great. I'm
Yes.
looking forward
And
to
thank
seeing you
you.
do some more stuff before the tour is over.
Yeah.
I mean, before the
boat,
what are we on? The cruise?
ship, the thing,
before
the
the boat
cruise, the-
gets to land. I want to stay on the ocean forever. So, yeah, we'll. I'm gonna probably shoot some of your performance, and so
Great.
look for all of that content on the Gear Gods YouTube channel. All you folks at home, and thanks so much to Ron. And
Thank
I'll
you.
talk to you real soon, man.
Absolutely. I'll see you later.
All right, peace out.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
But tell me about this guitar that you're playing, the this Jackson. It looks like a Les Paul merged with a ye old pointy headstock Jackson. It's looking very
Well,
unique.
Jackson is one of my favorite companies of all time. Of course, a lot of companies have given me a lot of support